Hello everyone, welcome back to JECSOUND, sound of Justitia English Club for swinging your day with wondrous topic that brought you by a podcast. I'm Andrea here as your host today, and for today's episode, which is our 8th episode, we're gonna talk about JEC organizer experiences. Since TMI for you all, we are in our last period of JEC 2020. In here, we're gonna talk a little about any experiences that we have been going through in JEC. But we're not alone here. We are here with our amazing and lovely speaker for today, Daniel and Vivi. Welcome, guys.
Welcome, hello.
Okay, welcome. Okay, so today our topic is about JEC organizer experiences. But before we actually start talking about that, maybe the two of you can introduce yourself to our listener here. Maybe Vivi can go first.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello Dea. My name is Natasya. You can call me Vivi, and I'm the secretary of JEC 2021 period.
Okay, hello. Nice to meet you too, Vivi. And how about you, Daniel?
Hello everyone. So my name is Daniel. You can call me Babe, and I am the head of talent of the English Club 2021 period. Hello.
Okay, hello Daniel. Once again, nice to meet you to Vivi and Daniel. Thank you for joining us today at our JECSOUND. Okay, before we actually talk about our topic today, how's your day?
Okay, so talking about my day, I think my day is not too good, but not too bad also, because I'm late for my class, and I think that makes me upset today. And I think the one that saved my day is my coffee. Yeah.
How about you, Daniel?
So my day is pretty slow. Well, it's pretty slow. I have 3 classes for today, and I'm doing several tasks for homeworks. But I think all that counts this day as a slow day, and it's really. I should say it's a really boring day for me. I think this is the most exciting thing that I have for this day on this podcast. How about you, Andrea? How's your day actually?
Oh, thank you for thinking that our podcast is the most interesting for today. How about me? I think I feel good. I just arrived back home, but my schedule is kind of hectic today, but I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Daniel. Okay. Yeah. We have been talk about how's your days, but we all know that our end term exam gets near. So what makes you guys busy this day? Maybe Daniel, you can share it with us.
So what makes me busy today is busy with right now is that I can summarize it into 3 points. The first point will be that I have a lot of tasks, a lot of homework to do. Secondly is that we're really near on the final exam, so I need to study. I need to study a lot for final exams. And thirdly is that I have a lot of work to do, like outside of campus, because I'm currently making my own money. And I believe that's what makes me busy these days. So
I see. You really kind of busy person from what I see. Okay, what about you, Vivi?
Okay, so I'm busy with my assignments, and really drains my energy and squeeze my brain to finish all of that things. And then, like you guys said before, the lecturers give all the assignments near the final exam, so I must do the task, I must do the assignment. Also, I need to study and yeah, it takes a lot of time to manage.
Yeah, I know. I feel you guys with the final exam and all the assignments going on. Yeah. So thank you guys for sharing it with us. We already talked maybe unimportant stuff before we actually going to talk about serious stuff. So now let's now jump into our main topic today. Vivi and Daniel, do you think that joining the organization is important?
Well, I have to beg to differ on. It all depends. It all depends on whether or not what's your motivation on joining university. What are your goals on becoming a university student, a college student, and so on and so forth. If your goals are to have like friends, connections, and so on and so forth, you want to learn how to organize yourself, then you want to learn how to organize with others, make events, and so on and so forth, then joining organizations is an important thing to do. But if your goals are to be having like you want to focus on the academic side, like for example, you want to do the academics, and you want to you want to learn things or learn things at class and so on and so forth, then organization is not that important for you then. So what I'm trying to say is it all depends on what are your motivations on becoming a university student. And I believe that every person, when they join a university or a higher education institution, they need to think for themselves like, what am I going to do at college? Okay, are you going to focus on academic sides? Going to focus on organizations, or are you going to focus on like just playing off or physical stuff? For example, you want to go basketball or soccer or something like that. It all depends to you. If you think that, as I've said before, if you think that organization is important, you want to organize yourself, you want to make solid connections, you want to make events, you want to work with other people, then organization is important. But other than that, no, it's not that important. It depends on your motivation, basically.
Like, oh my god, you really give us a good advice in this. Like, it's like a new insight maybe for me and maybe for our listener here. So really, thank you, Vivi and Daniel, for the answers. Okay, so next question. It didn't feel like it, but it's already almost a year, maybe 2 years for you guys, since we are in JEC. Is there any unforgettable moment in JEC, especially in JEC 2020 period? Maybe we can let Daniel to share it with us first.
Joining almost 1 year, started an unforgettable moment in JEC. I think the most unforgettable moment for me in JEC would be on JEC's Refreshing Day, GRD, to which in that event, we all as organizers, all of us, we just hang out. And there are several members there on GRD, so we all hang out. Although with the coronavirus, the hangout is online basically. I think the most important thing, whether or not the hangout is online or offline, is getting to know each other. And I think getting to know other people is the most unforgettable moment for me in JEC.
So how about you, Vivi?
This year, actually, 3 year I'm in JEC, and then unforgettable moment in JEC ya pasti banyak lah ya. During this 1 year, I joined the competition. I joined the MUN, represent JEC as the delegates. That's really something new for me because I do competition when I'm in high school, but I use my physics back to high school. But now when I go to the MUN as JEC delegates, I use my brain, and that's really different things. Use your physics and use your brains, like that's really different.
Oh, okay.
corona, apa ya, misalnya kayak belum ada corona dulu, I'm really really happy that I joined the committee, TDC committee line, and then now sadly going online. I'm really sad because of corona. Like, why corona?
Corona help us back.
Yes, it makes all of the event of JEC, all the activity going online at that's really really apa ya, ini gak enak banget gitu kan. So yeah, that's my unforgettable moment.
Yeah, you're doing awesome when you took, won competitions. Like, wow, really, Vivi doing that? Oh my gosh.
Also didn't believe in myself, like, oh my god, I'm really doing this one. Oh my god, I'm using my brain.
Yeah, it's awesome, Okay, thank you again. And okay, we already talked about the unforgettable moments. Let's now talk about your guys' favorite events, because we all know that JEC have so many events that are being held. So which one is your favorite?
Okay, so favorite event in JEC, I think the most favorite event for me is ETC, English Training, because it is like our first step, right, to enter the JEC, to enter the college, and also make new friends in UTC.
Yeah, UTC. Oh my god, UTC. If I think about it, we joined UTC in 2019, 2020, and 2021. It's like, oh my god.
My favorite part of JEC. So I think I should point this out to a certain event or something like that. I'm just going to be really general about this. This is something that JEC used to have, but I don't know, maybe it is due to Corona or something like that. It's a little bit lacking right now, and that's family. JEC's motto is one big family, right? This is the thing that I actually what's it called again? Enjoy when I was on my freshman year, and yeah, it's really fun to know that you have a second family outside of your house, basically. And also just pointing things out. I'm from abroad, so I live in Jakarta, and I go to Prokerto to university and so on and so forth to continue my studies and so on and so forth. And yeah, having JEC as your second family in Prokerto it's really fun. But yeah, it's a little bit lacking right now because I don't know why. Probably because of Corona. My guess is Corona, because of COVID and the lockdowns and so on and so forth. And yeah, basically there is like a lack of sense of family in there, a lack of sense of having someone to trust. So yeah, that's my favorite thing. My favorite aspect in JEC is having a second family outside of your home.
I see.
Yeah, it's a little bit lacking.
Yeah, maybe it's probably because we actually cannot, see each other face to face like we used to do, right? Maybe one of the reason is that.
Yeah, probably. How about you, Andrea? No.
Okay, favorite part of JEC is probably almost like you, and we're talking about an event in JEC too. Maybe I'm kind of biased here because I'm the project officer, but my favorite event in JEC is probably alumni talks, because it's the first event that I lead, and it's the first alumni talk that was being created by JEC. So yeah, I'm kind of biased there. But for the part of JEC that I favorite is, the same feeling of having family outside my house. So yeah, it's the same. Okay,
All right.
thank.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So we already talked about the event and about your favorite part about Jack itself. Um, how you already meet so many people in Jack, right? What do you think about member or maybe organizer in Jack? What do you think about the people? Maybe Daniel?
About the people. Interesting. One thing I know from the people in Jack, and this is something that I know quite well, and it happens to all of the periods in Jack and so on and so forth, all of the administration of Jack, is that all of the people in Jack is really friendly. Um, and I'm really happy for it. It brings up a good mood, basically. Whenever you're feeling down and so on and so forth, there's always that one person in Jack that you can talk to. And I believe that's the most. Yeah, I believe the people in Jack is like that. And yeah, Jack is a nice. What is it called again? I forgot. Jack is a nice student activity club or something like that on uni. I believe that's it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the answer, Daniel. Maybe Vivi, how about you?
I think like every year, even every department have the different parts. Edu department have intelligence part, the PR easygoing, R&D also like they have the eye to observe anything. Also the talent, like I think the talent department like the most department that I cannot reach, I cannot touch because talent department is full of the people like do many competition like MUN like basically in Jack I agree with Daniel, friendly, very friendly, okay, not too kind. Maybe that's our culture too. How the vibes in your department?
Oh, in my department, I'm from PR and like Vivi said, we are pretty easygoing with everything's going on inside Jack. And I think, like you guys said, it's probably charm of Jack, People who join Jack, almost everyone is kind and nice, and yeah, they didn't want to hurt you in some way because you didn't like because they didn't like you or something like that. So I think it's Jack charm to be like that. Yeah, so I think the same as you guys. Okay, now we gonna talk. It's kinda maybe a little sensitive topic for you guys to be talked here, but have you ever had a hard feeling with other organizers in Jack? And if you do, why?
Hard feeling in terms of what, actually?
Maybe anything like you kind of annoyed with them, or maybe have some argument with them. Do you guys ever have some kind hard feelings like that? Maybe.
I have. I'm not gonna lie, I have, but it's normal basically. In every organization, you always have the persons that maybe have different views from you, and it's normal to have those kind of arguments on, for example, discussion or something like that, or on the forum, to which Jack has a lot of forum that it makes. So yeah, I believe it should not be something that we shun upon, because it's a normal thing on a normal society. You need conflicts to have a working society per se, and Jack is that kind of society, and it's a normal thing, I believe.
So I see, like all the hard feeling, it's be our future lesson with us, because it's something that we cannot avoid, because conflict always happens in organizations. You are right about that. Okay, thank you, Vivi and Daniel, about sharing it with us. Okay, next question is, what do you think about the characteristic of a good organization? do you guys think that Jack is already part of, being a good organization? Maybe Fifi, you can answer it first.
Okay, so what the characteristic of a good organization? From my point of view, a good organization must be a place that you can grow yourself more and you enjoy being there to socialize with others in that organization. You feel comfortable, and then a good organization must be it provide you a space to like you can appreciate yourself more. And then we are human, right? We can make mistakes. We also make something that don't go well. So the good organization must not to point at you or just blame the mistakes that you do to just yourself or just putting angry to you, because a good organization must be appreciate you. Yeah, that's my answer. And from my point of view, I think Jack is one of a kind of good organization, because Jack, when I make a mistake in Jack never put a shame or put a blame on me, and I really appreciate that things. I really feel like in Jack I'm precious. I feel like I can growing myself more. I can develop myself more. Yeah.
Okay, I see. How about you, Daniel?
Okay, so what I think of the characteristic of a good organization? I totally agree on this one with Fifi, is that it's totally subjective. But yeah, from my point of view is that a good organization is the one that you can grow the most of. They cater to your needs and they help you in times of troubles, basically. So yeah, those are my three criterias of a good organization, basically. And if an organization can cater towards that, I will be happily to join that kind of organization. And I believe Jack is one of those organizations. It's a pretty good organization where in Jack you can grow, basically. You can grow your soft skills in Jack, also as well as your hard skills in Jack. You can grow. Jack caters to my needs, and when there is a time of trouble, Jack is always there for me. So yeah, even if Jack is not there, like the institution is not there or the group organization is not there, the people in Jack are. So yeah, I believe Jack has been a good organization for me. So yeah. How about you, actually, Andrea? What do you think as characterization of a good organization? And do you think Jack is one of that?
If you ask me about it, I've been in so many organizations. Like, in my second year in college, I am any organizers in every organization and faculty of law. So I've been part in many events from many organizations. But like Fifi and Daniel said that maybe JECS organization is not perfect, but the people inside it's making it better. Because I really like an organization that holds you close, that make me feel comfortable, and I think Jack is already do that for me. So yeah, I think I must agree with you and Fifi about it, that maybe Jack it's not perfect, but but the people inside of it trying to make it, good organization. But thank you for asking about it, Daniel, and also thank you for the answer, Vivi. Okay, the next question is about how much influence Jack has for you. Maybe Daniel.
How much influence that Jack has for me? I could safely say it's pretty big, actually. Jack is one of the first organization that actually knows me best. That actually attempts to know me best. Okay, so I believe it's pretty important when an organization, and that actually happens since like day one, basically. And I think that's what makes Jack one of the big. One of I could safely say it's one of the big influences in my life. Is that or an organization which we're talking about today? Such as, for example, Jack gets to know you and really attempts on getting to really know you, and you really want to know that organization or institution back, then I believe that constitutes as one of the big influences in your life, because influencing means that you want to study that person and you want to do the best for them. And yeah, I believe Jack is one of the most important and also have a big influence in my life. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Daniel. How about you, Vivi?
Okay, how much Jack influenced to your life? I think from my freshman year, Jack is my really first organization. So, in almost 3 years of my college time, Jack is a biggest role in my organization life. Jack gave me the experience that I never experienced, and then Jack really influenced myself in the mindset, work style, and then opinion about how to look at people, how to treat people. Jack really influenced me at the things like that. I think Jack really play biggest role in my life at college. Also, I'm start my organization with Jack, and then when I'm join other organization, I start to comparing that organization with Jack, and I think that's how much Jack influenced myself. Yeah,
I think because you guys, Vivi and Daniel, knows that I've joined Jack at the same time as yours. Jack is probably my first organizations in Faculty of Law, and yeah, it's like what Vivi said, because we put so much work in Jack, and when we go to other events in other organizations, we start to comparing how Jack work and how that organization works. So yeah, it's really affect me in many ways. I'm gaining skills, both hard skill and soft skill in Jack. I join in a debate competition because of Jack, and I become organizers in Jack. So yeah, it affects me with so many things. So yeah, I'm really grateful that I can join in this part of big family. Okay, thank you for the answers and asking me the question, Vivi and Daniel. Next question is, it's actually not question, it's probably more an advice. can you guys give an advice to all of the new students or listeners who still hesitate to join the organization?
I believe the answer to this one is pretty much similar to one of the previous questions. Is that do you think organization is important? Then yeah, I will just say this. It's pretty much the same as that one, and that is figure out what are you going to do when you need. Are you going to focus on your studies? Are you going to focus on organizations? Or are you going to focus on playing? Or are you going to focus on, for example, athletics or something like that? It all depends to you, because on uni, there's no one that actually tells you what to do, except if you live with your parents when you're on college, or for example, like that. So figure the things that you want to do in uni, and if doing organizations is one of the lists that you want to do in uni, then yeah, join organizations. And I hope that you do well on your life. So yeah.
Amin for all of you guys. Okay. Thank you for the advice, Fifi and Daniel. I hope that our listeners or maybe new students can take a note on that. So, last but not least, our question for today, is there any words for JEC 2020? Maybe Daniel?
Words for JEC 2020. So we're nearing our end period, basically. What I'm trying to say is, keep up with the high spirits. Remember that ending a period does not mean the end to your journey. It's a start to another chapter in your life. Also, for the next period, I hope that you guys will be doing great. And yeah, don't hesitate to contact me or something like that if you guys want some help for your next period and so on and so forth, because I know how hard it is without any directions to without any people to guide you on your way, basically, on a certain period of time. I know how hard it is without any people guiding you, and so on and so forth. And I experienced it myself, basically. It's in some parts of my life. So, and I don't want that to happen to people. So, what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to ask for help, because there are many people that wants to help you, and you just need to ask. So yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. How about you, Fifi?
Start strong, finish strong, because I know we already exhausted and that we feel overwhelmed because everything. That what I want to say is take a time, take a break. You need a break. Pampering yourself, you must reward yourself. Don't do the things you really don't want to do. Just do the things that makes you happy, that you like. And pretty same like Daniel said before, contact us. You guys know our numbers, right? Contact us if you need our help, or you just want to asking about academics, maybe not just about JEC academics, or maybe in life general. Yeah, start strong, finish strong.
Okay, thank you for the last words for JEC 2020. And sadly, that's the last question for today's podcast. Thank you very much for Daniel and Fifi for your time. So, I also want to say words for our beloved Jack 2020. Thank you all of you for being a friends, being a partner in our period, and it's already near the end. And for the new chapters, I hope that we always can be a friends and don't be strangers. So thank you guys. So okay, so for today podcast is already finished. Thank you once again for Daniel and Vivi. For everyone who wants to know other information about Jack and the upcoming event from us, don't forget to follow us at @JackUnsut on our Instagram and Twitter. I'm so thankful to everyone who listen to our podcast. See you on the next chapter of Jack Podcast. Love you. Stay healthy. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me, Andrea. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.